And hip hop, the hip of the hip. I tuned into like 1 second. Somebody who I like to refer to as Drunky Brewster, and she was like using some microphone to like speak like the devil or something. She was like, oh, I mean, I don't know what's going on with these people, but I think it's hysterical that Prudently thinks I need an exorcist. Why she used her Bible study class to bash me. You're alright, Prudently. You're real righteous. And what are exactly these lies, these despicable, disgusting lies that you and Chandra are going to reveal? Oh, yeah, Chandra. Oh, she's so credible as a mental health expert. But see, I'm not like you guys, so go there. But I think it was disgusting that you sat there in your live stream bashing me, and you didn't even have the decency to tell them in your live stream that I had sent you $100 already. You just went on and on and on and on and on with your slanderous mouth. Blasphemy. Heretic. So what'd you all do tonight? Anything? Anything good? Okay, you guys. I'm in hysterics right now. The ever elusive survivor girl is being silent during her live stream to watch the mangy Mary play her live stream silent. LOL. Hi, Nepatrish. Hi, Flint for life. Hi. Isn't it funny? Literally, I could sit there and like play kalimba all night, and sing the best of, you know, I don't know, whatever, Queen or whatever. I mean, on kalimba, and this lady would play it. Isn't that funny? Yes, to me that is just so, I don't know, kind of sad that I dictate how her room goes. It's something that she's in charge, like Mary, she's playing my live stream right now. So well, no matter what I say or do, Mary's like, it's kind of like how you said last night, Nepatrish, that when I would do commentary, it was having to watch a live stream that you had no intention of watching in the first place, which is what she's forcing the people who came there to see Mary's live stream. Yeah, like if they wanted to see SG's live stream, they'd come to SG's, you know? But she forces them to listen to SG's. But last night, when you said, when I would do commentary, it was like having to listen to a live stream that you had no intention of ever watching anyway. So she's doing that same thing to the people who were tuned into her live stream. I mean, clearly, if listening to me, do whatever, it really doesn't even, I'm not, like, I just went back there just to hear her play that part where I said, "We're being silent for Mary." And she played it right off. Like, it's like, wow, I don't know exactly what she thinks she's achieving, other than pointing out how uninteresting she is. It's kind of sad. So I went to a birthday party tonight. Had good food. It was alright. I just really didn't, I only knew like the person whose birthday party it was, so I think a lot of her family members, yeah, she's playing this live. Like, it's just that exciting. This live is just that exciting for her. I'll tell you what I couldn't fucking believe was Prudently turned her Bible study yesterday. I hadn't watched her Bible study all the way to the end, but damn, man. I'll tell you, I almost had passed on the pasta dish there, the ziti and the sauce. Yeah, that was the best part of it. Really wish I had more. I had never been to that place before, and of course the birthday girl was busy and stuff, and yeah, I hadn't heard it, Napa Trash, till today, till like just a couple of hours ago before I went out. I listened to it. That's why I was like, I am gonna go out. I'm gonna go to my friend's birthday party and forget about listening to this. Because whoa, she talked about you. She talked about Simca. She talked about me. Like I was. She like literally seems like she's praying for me to die. Like whoa, and a Tanger. My God, what the? What gets into these people? Like, do they just start drinking or something? I don't even understand it. So weird. It's hard to, yeah, it's hard to stomach. Um, but that's what we should do is keep our, like, I mean, opinions about, like, life subjects and life topics is one thing, but I mean, they can be who they want to be. If that's who they want to be, they can be that way. I don't know who. I don't even think that's the real baby Jane that goes into Mary's chats. I think it's a clone trying to start trouble. I really don't think it is the real baby Jane. It could be, but I really don't think it is. I honestly don't think that she would take that much time, like, going on. I think she's got better things to do with her time. I could be wrong, but I really do think that Katie has better things to do with her time. Hi, Hidden Blessings. How are you? For prudently to suggest I need an exorcism. Wow. Wow. Just wow. And that Tander has the credentials to diagnose me. Wow. Wow. I'd say Tanger was my friend for a year, or at least pretended to be, that I talked to that decided that I don't know. I guess I just never really knew her. I don't hardly know her, and I'm not gonna love her. Imagine living in 1637. Really? Never Trish. Did you ask him about me? Just kidding. Did you ask him about me? Can you imagine if you played fluently? Oh my god. Bam, 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 bam. Fraud. Hidden Blessings calls it fraud. Did they do an exorcist? I mean, an exorcism. I'm sorry. Notice how it seems like I don't know if they didn't call the churches, uh, churches back then, or they just called meeting houses. Are they called Birkenstocks? Hi, Serendipity. Just flattered for kids. I reported it. I reported it. Can you imagine being a woman that gets reported for flashing your boobs? How insulting is that? This woman showed her privates. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. Like healing for like physical ailments or people's testimonies like in their minds. Not like their minds are broken, but like their testimonies of what came, what made them um search for religion, you know? Hi, coward. Geez, oh, Pete, in 1868, if you were bringing in $4,000 a week, I mean, holy crap, hold on. I went to a healing. You know, and like in my mind, I thought like, you know, it would be, you know, how they make it seem. See, the one I went to wasn't Catholic. It was, I guess, Christian because it was. It said everyone welcome, and the lady who gave her testimony, her name was Bonnie Raitt, like the singer. And the weird thing was Bonnie Raitt was playing when, like on the TV when I had my daughter in the like, because you know they don't have like delivery rooms anymore. They kind of do it right in the room, and so let's give them something to talk about was playing. You know, Mary's actually doing me a favor because what I'll have to start doing is doing my live streams members only. Yeah, I'll have to start doing my live streams members only, and if anybody does want to come to my live streams, then they'll have to become a member. So it's not like she's really doing me a favor. She's really doing herself no favor. If I wanted to, I could strike her channel right now and have it taken down. I really could. I could strike her channel for copyright, you know, copyright infringement. She does it all the time. It's pretty sick that she knows. I mean, I guess it's humble and honest that she knows she doesn't have any. I'll look them up. That she doesn't have any content. Sad for her. My eyes. My eyes. Oh, you looked them up? Angel from Montgomery. Is that where you looked it up? Okay, Tucker. That's enough. That's enough of the couch. That's awesome. His phone accidentally. The Monsignor's phone or your son's phone? The priest messed up. Wow. What a miracle that is, huh, Nepatrish? That's awesome. I think so too, Nepatrish. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome. I'll have to definitely look it up. Is there a link that you could drop in the live stream? Like, does he have any like videos up or anything? 95. Wow. Really? If you're smoking that much, then you gotta go take a gander at Mary Mary. You'll have to scroll back a little bit from where she is now. But oh my God, I think she put me to music and was dancing, and I was kind of like, the dancing part I could do with that. I feel like I'm gonna need some kind of therapy after that, but me to music was pretty cool. Really, you could drop the link in here now, Patricia. I'm sorry. I can understand why Mary. Thank you for doing that, now, Patricia. It is Friday night. What do you mean it's Friday night to you? It is Friday night. Coward, it is Friday. I can't. I mean, seriously. Oh, the hash? Man, I'm not even trying to be any kind of way right now, right? I'm really not. But Mary is definitely missing her calling. She really is, man. She needs to just like do her own thing without the anger and just entertain. And I feel like if she did like some skits like Carol Burnett and stuff, she could probably even include in her family, like, Mama and her husband and stuff. I mean, because, or she could change her channel to the Deranged Drunk, Drunky Brewster. I mean, Dance Drunky instead of Dance Monkey. I loved Carol Burnett. I really did. I mean, like when she was putting my voice to music and was twerking and shit. That was a hard, I mean, I was hard pressed to not like, continue to watch. I don't know if I'd call it twerking as opposed to like ground. Well, they're kind of both the same. Grinding and twerking are kind of the same, but I feel like as much as I say encouragement means everything, I feel like there's probably a lot of us out there that didn't get as much encouragement as we deserved. You know what I'm saying? Like what a shame to see Prudently's live her Bible study. Not me doing that. She was. She was putting me to music and twerking, not Prudently. Prudently was basically pretending that she hadn't already received $100 from me earlier in the day and continuing a live stream based on, crap. I liked Vicki Lawrence. I like Carol Burnett. I mean, I just, I don't think anything was broken back then. They didn't really need to have to fix things, Like, it just seems like every time they say, oh, this is new and improved, half the time the shit isn't new and improved. But damn, Prudently, for you to literally say, why can't I just disappear? And for Tanger to sit there and intentionally, for any person to intentionally sit somewhere and hurt somebody's feelings is so beyond me. Like, truly, I was looking at a different live stream and I thought, I'm just going to make a series of videos of how chat rooms that are filled with just evilness look. You got people in there going, yeah, she's triggered, yay, it's working. And I'm thinking to myself, why would anybody want to trigger anybody? Even though I wasn't triggered, but it was good. Coward. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like a little. I probably can't even like voice how I felt because everybody's gonna say like whatever, but I felt kind of not welcomed there. It was really weird. I mean, of course, I knew the person whose birthday party it was, but like, I think that was the first time. Well, other than when I was getting chased home and being called Gollywog, but I mean, like, it was the first time. I I'm sure I've experienced it before, reverse racism, but it wasn't like really racism. It was just I really couldn't even put it into words. Like like nothing that I've ever experienced before. I've been the only white person in places before, and never ever did I ever feel what I felt tonight. I don't know who Sax Mom and Sax Man. I don't know. Thank you, Howard. I appreciate that. Well, they a lot of them need therapy, but I've never in my life felt like that. I grew up very like no racism and stuff. Like I didn't grow up in a racist family, like at all. And the only time I ever really, I mean, I experienced it because my mother. Anything, it's really hard because there's a lot of stuff like I'd like to talk about with you guys, but it's really difficult too because these people like pick everything apart. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like they can't handle life and things and discussion. I mean, I'll still talk about it. It's just like knowing that freaks on the flip side are on the opposite, in an opposite channel, sitting here, they're saying like clip and paste comments and not even getting the gist of an adult conversation and topics. It's just so sad for them. I'm talking about you, Mary. No, you're not behind. You know, I'm gonna need to start recording this bitch. For real. Like, yeah, I'm gonna need to start recording this fucking drunk ass bitch. She just slobbering drunk over there. And playing my live stream, like, in real time. Because she's such a lazy, fucking, non interesting, drunk, slobbering, stanky, nothing that she has to keep playing my live streams to have something to play. It's like, dang, man. Stop being so pathetic, lady. I mean, eventually I am going to start recording, and you just have to start fucking right from the beginning again, your whole channel, because you're like really pushing the envelope, loser. You know? I've been pretty patient with you, loser. Why don't you go pass out, lady? I'm sorry. Every now and then I gotta go take a gander at that. This bitch is like out of her gourd, hammered. Hammered! My eyes! My eyes! I mean, like, this lady is literally flashing people on her channel. Flashing people! Taking her shirt off and flashing people. And then, like, talking, I know, right? Wasn't that brutal, Nepatrish? Why can't I just disappear? That's what Prudently said. And I mean, but like Mary. God dang, like you're a married woman. You got a husband who loves you. I mean, God dang, like stop, Mary. God, oh my God, like oh my gosh, that poor woman. My God, she has to stop herself. She's making a fool of herself. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Literally, I had to just go and take screenshots. Oh, oh my God. Yeah, I realized that after I couldn't even read it right at first. I was like, huh? Yeah. Well, thanks to, whatever the hell, whatever. But, oh my God, Mary, you gotta get yourself help. You've gotta get some help, man. You gotta get yourself some help. Wow. Wow. I know. Not Patricia, but I had to get the screenshots. Oh, shit. Ain't that so weird? Bonnie Raitt Angel from Montgomery, and Mary was just yelling that her last name is that. But wow, wow, she's literally like, oh, oh my God, these poor woman. Uh, what's going on with society today? What a shame. What a shame. No matter what they say about me or whatever, that shit's lies, what they say. But that, what she's doing right now in her live stream, like herself doing that, like exposing herself. I'm not saying that exposing yourself is bad, but it is kind of when, it's like that, like, like that, especially like if you're married and, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it into words. I just, uh, God, what a shame. What a shame. I can't even look anymore. It's too much. But I just wanted a few screenshots so that I could be like, yeah, I'm making a picture book. I'm making a picture book. I'm making a picture book. I just want to know, like, what's her husband said. Yeah, Pugsley was out of line, and Tangier is out of line, and it doesn't get me down. Doesn't have me down. Got me speechless and appalled. So the other day I was driving past his house and these people were coming back from the beach or wherever they were, whatever. The woman was wearing a bathing suit. And she turns around and it's a thong, you know. So basically, like, you really don't even need to be wearing anything in the back if, it's your whole ass is right there. Like, you're basically, like, your bare ass. Like, your bare ass. A thong was, like, used to be for strippers. And now here's this woman, like on a main street, a main street. I just, I get it. Maybe, do I seem like, but I'm not uptight. I'm just thinking that, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying to wear like, a turtleneck and, pants to the beach. Just saying, like, can you save the bare ass flashing for the bedroom? Or if it's your job, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, if you've got a little kid with you and they're like looking and they're like, what's the point in fucking hiding porn from them and shit? I was just for a little because I was like, ugh. Yeah, it's like watching a car crash or something. I can't help it. It's like a train wreck. I can't help it. I can't help it. It was like a train wreck over there. My eyes, my eyes. But my biggest disappointment was that I didn't know that I did know that Prudently didn't seem to mention. It was just like she was like it was as if she didn't know how to handle the fact that I paid her $100 yesterday, before she went live. Before she went live. Thank you, Tower. Thank you. And at the end, when she was bashing me, she couldn't conjure up the decency, just the decency. She couldn't conjure up the decency, first of all. So that was pretty much basically the first time I've ever seen her really talk about me in one of her Bible study live streams. That's the first time I've ever seen her really talk about me in one of them. And it just so happens to be the day I send her $100. And she was mean. I mean, it was almost like she went even further in things because she didn't want to have to say, to anybody who said something in the room about, oh yeah, but we're taking your money and not paying back or whatever, blah blah blah. Um, it was like she didn't want to say, well, I will say in her defense or whatever, or I will say she did send. She didn't make a community post about that. Prudently, why do you have a hard time? Like, if you're such a, a good Christian and this and the other thing that you claim to be, wouldn't you take more interest in somebody who you think has a demon attached to them? It is that, Patricia. It is, man. Drives me right. Like, prudently, why would you have to like block me if you think that, like you said, I was blocked? I don't even think I ever even tried to go in there. But if you think I have a, wouldn't you be more apt to like try to, well, I mean, but to sit there and act like you can diagnose me or like Tanger can diagnose me, and then lie and say some doozies or some lies we know. Don't make us put them out there. Prudently. Go ahead. What doozies of lies? What are you going to do? You're going to betray your integrity, so called integrity? You want to keep acting like I don't have any character or integrity, even though you keep threatening and You're the one who puts out people's personal businesses and stuff like that. You're the one who does that. You and Tanger, not me. I mean, Tanger, if somebody asked how your dog was, and the answer is that you got rid of it, and you're pissed because what? I didn't lie for you? Oh, I believe you, Mr. Work, that SG told you the truth, even though I acted like I was, I'm not friends with her because, when you asked her how my dog was and she said that I got rid of it, and then she was like, well, I don't remember having a conversation, but in the meantime, it's shitty that Mr. Work's saying the shit he says. And you know wrong from right, don't you, Tanger? Yeah, they were talking about the tires quite a bit in there, and even at the end, I think Bama said something about the tires. And she goes, well, I might mention something about that later, maybe. While she's going on to tell people I'm a demon. Clearly, you don't get to. I mean, you can do it, but you don't get to succeed at it. You could think you're succeeding at it. You can actually, I don't even know who the fuck you think you're trying to convince that I have a demon attached to me and I need an exorcism. Hey, what are you, back in the Salem witch trial days? With Sarah Goody or whatever, or I don't even know. She might have been one that was accused of witch. I don't even know. But what I'm saying is, currently, you better point your dirty fingers back at yourself. Because I never did anything to you or to Tanger. And Tanger, you are in no way, shape, or form. Neither are you, prudently. In any way, shape, or form are you guys in the position to try to diagnose me unwell. Have you heard yourselves how mean and cruel you are? Tanger, come on, where's these cruel things I did to you? Where are they? You too, prudently, where are they? These people run around acting like I demanded proof from Bama. Why do women love to knuckle and fight? Some no men ever knuckle up and fight. They don't become boxers or do anything violent. There's no men serial killers. All men are peaceful. Coward. They do. I watched a whole documentary about that, Coward. I really did. I watched a whole documentary about that. Um, yeah, it's not like that I enjoy fighting. I don't even enjoy having to defend myself. But sometimes it's very necessary. I mean, the way Prudently keeps insisting that I made live stream after live stream after live stream bashing her and then privated them or deleted them or something. And Amy does the same thing, says the same thing. And it's like, I can't present them with something that isn't there. it wasn't done, currently. Currently, what about the live streams where you're defending me, and I put those up, and yet you seem to think that the the ones that are there, that actually are right there, are you lying now? Because apparently you must have been lying when you were saying to Amy and you were saying to Christine F, like, well, what is wrong with them? Why are they doing these things to me? Those ones must be the ones where you're lying when you're right up on my panel. And the ones that you claim that I made, that I privated or deleted, that really don't exist, are the ones that you're running your rhetoric on. But your rhetoric isn't true, and you're not showing any proof. And Amy, you're not showing any proof. Like you said, you were going to play stuff from years ago where I was picking on your channel, but it isn't there, Amy, because it didn't happen. Cindy Infinity will go, I remember years ago when she was doing that, you know? I don't know if they think that I'm the demon attacking them, or I'm thinking they're the ones who are, like, possessed in some kind of way, because it's like they got too weak to fight the good fight on the side of good against evil, so then they decided it's easier for them to just be evil and lie than it is for them to uphold the truth. And, like, for no offense, Mary, I don't really even hate you, Mary, but it's kind of ridiculous that, and to the people like that are in her room that are bashing me, it's and people and the people in my room that they bash, I feel sad for them because just putting the same flip and paste sentences, and it's your thing. Do what you want to do. Like, Tander sits there and acts like, when we were up there singing Proud Mary and shit, like as if they do that with Sharon or Prudently or any of them people, or even Rourke when he would come up here and we would laugh and sing, Don't Go Breaking My Heart, as if they do that anywhere else in the community, feel comfortable enough to have a laugh. They don't. I don't see it anywhere. I mean, they might sound like they think they're laughing, but I'm not hearing, like, not like this. Okay. Like Mary Mary's your time? So I don't understand that, Patricia. So how would you know, like, what would define somebody as being a demon? Like, how would you know somebody was a demon and not just somebody lost? Like, and is there help for demons, or demons just demons? And they're not actually, like, human or something? Like, It's your thing. Do what you want to do. A person, a human, cannot be a demon. Oh, I know, they're all insults. I know, coward, I agree. Pray for people who are. I mean, I don't wish ill will on anybody, but well, then there's a lot of them. Because I'm telling you that prudently, she made that live stream like a Bible one. It's so mean. And she refused to say, SG did send me $100. They don't, though, right? Like, we don't know. Yeah, the way she was saying it, like, I need an exorcism. And it's a fact there's a demon attached to me. And can't I just disappear? And everybody just needs to ignore it. She was even calling me it. Her and Tanger were even calling me it. And the thing is they both know that, you know, in the time that we've, you know, each one of us has spoken and been friends, that we've all talked about private things and stuff, but they know that I'm never going to come out with that kind of shit. But they are constantly sitting, and prudently is like, and Tanger's going to be strong, and she's not going to go back there. It's going to take a while for her to heal. And I'm thinking to myself, how the heck would prudently know anything about me and Tanger's? And see, I'm so stupid, I keep calling it a friendship. But they all, you know, they all say stuff like they were trying to help me, but I'm unwell. And I'm sitting there going, huh? say what's nice. Man, so hurtful, Tanger. So hurtful. I'm used to the prudently thing by now. But damn, man, Tanger. You're out for blood. She's not here. She was in prudently, like, out for blood. Like, she literally wants to hurt my feelings. Like, wow, Tanger, why? I didn't do anything to her. But it was weird to me how she couldn't say it, Nepatrish. Like, to me, that seemed demonic, you know what I'm saying? Like she couldn't say it. She could not say it. She couldn't say, oh, by the way, and she could not say it. And she, well, she said, oh, there's one person in the world I regret ever meeting. It's SG. It's like, prudently, I can't imagine how many times I, you know, believed in her. Like, I really literally believed in her. That's what I'm saying. What did they try to help me with? They're acting like as if they try to help me be, uh, 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 because then they start diagnosing me. She's unwell. I'll tell you what, on the anniversary of my sister's death, right, this past year, and, of course, Tander had uh, started her, I can't, this makes me triggered, and this makes me triggered, and this makes me triggered. And I really had kind of wanted to be doing some of the I really get interested in history and the Bible and stuff like that, and news, serial killers, kidnapping, stuff like that, right? But everything I talked about was a trigger for Tanger, you know, apparently. Everything that people talk about, whatever, I guess it's not triggers for her when they're, whatever. But everything that I talked about, that what it was, but she did like it when I would do commentary, I'll tell you that much. Which, I guess like there's always like some kind of signs that you see how somebody really is, because I'd be like thinking to myself, well, I don't want to trigger Tander, so I'll try to talk about topics that aren't commentary. But it was the commentary that she liked, and the arguing part of it. And but then she would say she needed a break from the arguing part. But it was like I couldn't understand. Like, I couldn't please, couldn't please her. And then like, no topic that I could think of except for the commentary and the fighting part was, it was the ones that she would be here for. And that to me was kind of weird to me, because when I would try to come up with other topics and ask her opinion about the other topics, like on the phone and stuff, it was like, well, I won't be there for that one. Well, I can't be there for that one. That'll trigger me. I can't be. And then she would text me like everything that people said about me, like all day, and I'd be like, can you please, you know, not do that? Because you know, just can't, I don't know. It was like I didn't want to know everything that was going on. Like if I'm not on YouTube, I don't want to get all fired up and see all these. And then, and then I don't know. I just really couldn't. If I asked her like, well, how's your ear doing? Oh, I don't really want to talk about that. How's and I'm talking about like on the phone, like kind of thing, like any topic that, even if I was like that topic of like, I just didn't know like what to talk about with her because it seemed that real life, real life events like news things and stuff. Then I'd say, well, do you want to come up and talk about the farm and stuff, the chicken people were interested in that stuff, and nope, nope. And I don't know if she was, maybe people were telling her stuff, or maybe there was clones, but I don't even know. Maybe I don't even know. Like it just got to the point where, and I know that I defended her with this whole LGBT thing, but I also, like you said, we didn't write the Bible and stuff, you know, and but I wasn't like on anyone's particular side. I think people love with their hearts, and whatever. I wasn't like putting down Tangerine. I wasn't putting down Chicken Winner, but I don't even get it. But that's what really gets to me when they keep saying that stuff. Like, I tried to help her, but she's unwell. What kind of shit is that? I'm unwell. So fucked up. And what makes somebody unwell and like irritated is, people that can. You're probably right there, Nat Patricia. Other than growing up in the same like time frame, we probably didn't have that much in common. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm just surprised at how active she is in live streams where the whole entire chat is just pure cruelty. Calling, hidden blessings, hidden dentures, and saying stuff about you, saying stuff about Simca, and Andrew be sitting right there, like as if she doesn't know how it feels when somebody who um, has a problem with one person has a problem with everybody. Like that's just crazy. She could still be polite to Hidden Blessings and Simca or yourself or Coward, but instead she was right there in Sharon's live stream saying, she was with Coward. Coward has a house in Rhode Island and contributing to stuff. How is your life, Coward? I get afraid to ask questions about other people's life because as soon as people start talking about their life, these people scope everything. And you never even said you had a house in Rhode Island, Coward. And you never said you flew in here and we went to a concert together. And these people are all like, yep, said it. They said it on our live stream. It's like that never happened. Flabbergasted. Welcome back, Hidden Blessing. Now, Patricia, you ever seen a ghost? I don't know if I believe that people can get possessed by it. I kind of just think people, maybe they are like who they are and they are who they were. And they were just good at, pretending to be different. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I thought, like, the commonality was at least with, even if, like, we didn't grow up the same, but people knowing right from wrong so that if, like, they get kind of like is it a visceral feeling, where they're uncomfortable with something that's going on, like the name calling and the whole chat, just name calling, you would think that, I mean, I can't only speak for myself, but she goes, and I mean pure adorable. I still have regular activity in my house, and I mean pure adorable. And I mean pure adorable. Never that. Oh yeah, that time that hand towel lifted up. That was something. I miss I miss loyalty. Old Hadley Cemetery, which I do believe I have a video up showing a video with the Old Hadley Cemetery. Hi, I'm good. How are you, Missing Loyalty? Oh, that's interesting. Located on Cemetery Road, dates back to 1660 and is the final resting place for one of the most notable witches in the early history of Hampshire County, Mary Webster. Mary and her husband William were poor and lived for many years in a small house in a meadow near the town. Mary was said to have had a fiery temper, and she used harsh words when she was offended. Wonder if that goes with the name. uh, Neighbors in the farming community who walked cattle and horses to and from the meadow worried when they went past her door. People believed that she would bewitch their animals. Some would stop abruptly when they approached her house and run the other way. The teamsters who walked the animals would go to Mary's door and threaten to whip her. Oh, really? That's fucking harsh. Really? Someone was murdered in his house? Did they tell him before he bought it? That, that would scare me. I bet you somebody died like everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Did he like look up the history of it? Like what was the history of it, you know? That's an idea, hidden blessing. So they would threaten to whip her. So she walked. Okay, so the teamsters who walked the animals would go to Mary's door and threaten to whip her. So she would then let the team pass along the road. Once a wagon with a load of hay that was being driven by her home was mysteriously overturned, and when the driver went to Mary's door, she made a motion and the wagon turned upright. Yeah, right. There were so many incidents that involved Mary and her bewitching ways that everyone for miles around believed that she was a witch. She was even said to have used dark magic on an infant and made it levitate 3 times. In a neighboring house, a hen came down the chimney and was sealed in a pot, or scalded in a pot. Not long after, Mary Webster was found suffering from a burn, and people believed that Mary had shapeshifted into a chicken. A local deacon named Philip Smith claimed that she had cursed him. The deacon was very much respected in the community and was one of the original settlers. Can you guys hear me okay? Now that is so weird that they would be believing in shape shifting back then, like in the 1600s, you know? Uh, the deacon was very much respected in the community and was one of the original settlers who had come over from England. Mary Webster appeared before the county court on witchcraft charges in Northampton on March 27, 1683. In April, she was sent to the court in Boston. Governor Bradstreet, Deputy Governor Danforth, and a jury of 9 acquitted Mary of all charges. Deacon Smith died at the age of 52 on January 10, 1685, and Mary Webster was blamed for his death. Oh my God. Cotton Mather comments on the deacon's death in his book Magnolia, 1702. Such a man, in the winter of the year 1684, was murdered by hideous witchcraft that filled all parts of New England with astonishment. He was by his office, concerned about the misery of a wretched woman in the town. He believed he had been receiving wicked mischief at her hands. Oh, there's got to be a reason for that. It's called Massachusetts Book of the Dead. It's a library book. And it just tells, bone-chilling tales. True accounts, actually. Well, they're supposed to be true. The accounts describing the circumstances of Deacon Smith's death only led to more rumors of Mary being a witch. Pots of medicine provided for the sick man were reportedly emptied without explanation, and mysterious scratches were found on the bed. While the deacon's hands and feet were held down by visitors, there seemed to be an invisible source that caused a disturbance. Now I wonder if he was possessed. I'll look him up. Philip Smith. I'll look that up. It was said that flames would appear on the bed and had to be brushed away by those visiting his bedside. People said they could feel something moving across the bed that they could not see, and this creature was described as being as big as a cat. When Deacon Smith finally died, strange marks were found on his corpse. There was a swelling on one side of his chest, and his back was bruised. There were also several holes, based on accounts, that looked to have been made with awls. What are awls? A-W-L-S. A-W-L-S. Astonishingly, the body remained warm for 2 days, with no sign of life whatsoever. On the third morning, the deacon's face immediately became discolored, turning black and then blue. Chairs in an adjacent room started to shake, and then fresh blood ran down from the top of Smith's head onto his cheek. While the deacon was dying, no way. Get the heck out of town. While the deacon was dying, local Hadley boys, wow, this is disgusting, went to Mary's house, dragged her out, and hung her from a tree until her body became numb with cold. Her body was cut down and buried in the snow, and she was left for dead. Amazingly, she survived the appalling assault. In fact, she lived for quite a few more years before dying peacefully on June 3rd, 1698, at the age of 81. Mary was even buried in the same cemetery as Deacon Smith. Wow, so she was 68 when they did that to her, and she still lived on until she was 81. Can't believe she lived. Huh. Oh, that works like a... Huh. I wonder if they were trying to frame her for that. I'm going to look up Deacon Smith. BRB. Be right back. Hold on. Me and Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, we got a thing. Oh, they probably want to burn me at the stake already. Totally would have been leading them. Get her! Get her! I'd be running. I'd be running. Keep Brunelli away from me. She wants to kill me. That there be the witch's mark. That there be the devil's mark there. She's got 3 titties. Look at her. I don't have 3 titties. It's a freckle. It's a freckle. Please. I'm gonna beat you with my Birkenstocks. Or whatever they are. What do they call those shoes? Birkendorf? What are they? Birkenbeaters? Where's that dog of hers? Where's that dog? Where's that dog? And she's sleeping with the fishes. We took care of her. Took care of her. He said she likes bacon. She is bacon. We fed her to the pigs. Then next thing I'm back. But then prudently can't say that she killed me because then that would be like honoring herself, right? So if I was back and she was like certain I was dead, right? Certain. But then there I was. I would just kill her up. She would not be able to tell anybody. She'd be like, because that would just throw herself under the bus. She'd be like, she can't be here. I killed her. She's not going to say that. So, Birkenstock. Secular wears them, aren't they like flip flops for earthy, crunchy people? His mandals, he's wearing mandals. No, you're absolutely right. Aw, you guys are so sweet. I was just like kind of like making up a joke about the witch hunt. I know there's really no witch hunt going on. I was just like joking around with the Birkenstock and stuff, you know. Mm. Now I got that song stuck in my head. Me and Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, we got a thing going on. Okay, so I'm only human. Okay, so listen, I'm only human, and I really I can't help that. Like, if there was a train wreck, I wouldn't watch a train wreck because that would just be so much, like stuff going on there. But, but, I can't. She had a milk container on her head and said, "Hat, hat, hat," like it was Sesame Street. I just looked. That's all. I took a sneak peek. A sneak peek. I didn't know there was ghosts in Sagamore Cemetery at the Cape. See, now if I'd have known that, I would have checked it out. Because I've been to the Cape many, many times. Bourne was occupied by English colonists as early as 1627. The burial ground is spacious and features a gnarly old tree that looks as though it has swallowed several bodies over the years due to its eerily fascinating shape. I heard that Indians used to put their dead up in the trees, like kind of to keep them away from. But I'm not sure. I'm sure I read something like that. But stories of the ghosts that inhabit this graveyard have been published in local papers and have also been featured in Boston television news broadcasts. The first burial recorded in Sagamore Cemetery was in 1803. Well, that's kind of weird because in 1803, but I mean, if they were occupied there by, like in 1627, says there are many who reside here that were removed from the old Morndale Cemetery. Apparently, there was a bit of confusion when laborers dug up the dead and took the remains to Sagamore. New coffins were built for many of the bodies that were being moved to Sagamore by Keith Car Works, a local manufacturer of boxcars. Unfortunately, the wrong headstones were placed over some of the disinterred remains. The remains of the Bourne family themselves were part of the upheaval in the burial ground. Their graves were displaced to make way for the construction of the Cape Cod Canal. The family included Captain Elijah Bourne, who was banished to Rhode Island during the Revolutionary War for being a Tory. Captain Bourne was only allowed to return home under an act of the legislature. After Captain Bourne passed away, his body was also buried in the old Bournedale Cemetery. I don't even think for poor people they really even had Much of cemeteries for poor people. A shame. I did see a potter's field. There's one in Springfield. I did like a video of it, and all they had were little pegs with no names on them, just like a number, and I'm sure all the records are gone and stuff. But God, how sad, huh? Pretty sure the whole field is probably filled with, you know, bodies. I bet you any money. Bet you any money. They just don't have the markers anymore. Who drills too deep? I drill too deep. I was just reading Haunted New England. I drill too deep. Anyway, you guys. Okay. I was just talking about Potter's Field. I don't know. I'm just throwing topics out there. If you got a suggestion, actually, I'm gonna, um, I'm gonna lay down. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I hope you all had a wonderful night. And oh, Potterville. Okay. Potter's Field. I said Potter's Field. I'll give you a call. Peace, love, and tacos. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna go drilling in Potter's Field. I appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Peace, love, and tacos. Thank you. Good night.